Do you realize that even though we are marketers, we kind of talk smack about marketers a lot on a couple different podcasts? As we continue to go in every single time, we're like doing a dig at marketers. And marketers are like, those two. It's not that we have an issue with, marketing.
It's the broy marketing. It's marketing for transaction.
That's the hardest thing in today's world, that not only we do our best to be able to have appreciation for what we have, what we've achieved, what we continue to be able to move forward on, but being able to teach that to our kids is definitely a more difficult task.
But it is a beautiful time for reflection and gratitude.
Right? It's like and appreciation, family, gratitude.
Hey, welcome back. This is our Christmakah episode. Yeah. If you're not watching on YouTube, please go to YOUmanize Your Brand YouTube page and check out Josh's teeny red hat. And I have my Hanukkah sweater on, and we are in the Christmakah spirit because that's what we celebrate.
Because see, then you wanted to go with that. Like, why don't we go, put on your yarmulke, it's time to celebrate Hanukkah.
Yes. One of the only Jewish songs that the world knows. Thank you, Adam Sandler. Hey, we want to take a second. Oh, he's taking off his hat. Oh, I love the hat so much. We wanted to take a second and just celebrate the holidays with you. For us, that means we celebrate Hanukkah. I am Jewish. And
we celebrate Christmas because I am Christmas.
Because you're Christian.
Yes.
Catholic, I guess. Catholic, but not really an observant Catholic. But either way.
And Rachel's only Jewish. So,
And we just want to say thank you for being a part of our journey and our family. This is definitely a time of year where there's so much fun and joy and maybe stress. And there's also a lot of gifting. And I don't know, for at least me, because also my birthday is December 16th. So I'm always in this time of year, like a reflective, another year's passed.
She says reflective. She means reflective as in diamonds. How many diamonds is she going to get for her birthday and for the holidays?
I did get some new bands.
Yeah, no, let's just be real.
I'll put them up here. No, but there's a lot for us to be appreciative of from this year.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I think when we talk about this, right, like a Christmakah, that was a shift for me.
Where did it come from?
Well, it was a shift from me and the kids too.
Yes.
It came from the TV show, The OC.
Yep, if you know that show.
But it's something that we celebrate in our house. But I mean, outside of that, I mean, I'm very grateful for being able to have a better understanding of not only the Jewish culture, but the Jewish religion and the holidays and what it's done not only for me and our relationship, but for the kids as well, and for them to understand different perspective than sometimes what we see in the news in the world today.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't grow up with Christmas trees or Christmas lights, and there wasn't advent calendars or socks. I call them socks.
They're not socks.
Stockings.
They're stockings. She goes, do we put the stocks up? I'm like, no.
To me, they're just big socks.
And
there's no Santa visits.
Now she's very excited. She wants to make sure that we have the house entirely lit up. We've got the Christmas tree as soon as possible. It's all perfectly designed.
Well, it's interesting because I think because I didn't grow up with it, and so many. I grew up actually with a good amount of Jewish people, but still, like, we weren't outnumbered always. There's the whole season, everything you go into stores. Like,
you got Christmas fingernails.
Yeah. Well, these are holiday though too. Like, holiday is now become
red and sparkles look like Christmas.
Well, but that's also New Year anyways. But like good old marketers have created a whole momentum. Now,
do you realize that even though we are marketers, we kind of talk smack about marketers a lot on a couple different podcasts. As we continue to go in every single time, we're like doing a dig at marketers. And marketers are like, those two. Well, I mean,
That's good. That means we're
it's not that we have an issue with all market. It's just the marketers that are not are trying to.
it's the broy marketing. It's marketing for transactions. It's marketing to make money, which the holiday time period, oh my gosh, like this year after
Well, they say what
Halloween,
they
literally the second Halloween ended, people started to have Christmas lights up before Thanksgiving.
well, they're saying too for Black Friday, AI helped it hit an all-time high.
Yeah, you feel like this extra urge to spend money, which we've already spent far too much, because you're like, ooh, everything's a good deal. And also, there's this thing that like you need to gift people, that everyone needs a physical thing. And it kind of does take away from what the season is supposed to be about, which is giving and family and traditions.
I
What
think
are
we
some of
I think we've instilled it, at least in the kids. Like Jaden and Skylar will actually make things, like Jaden with his 3D printer, or Skylar will actually draw something, or for my birthday, she did a whole collage, which is freaking amazing. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to bring it up for one of the podcasts. But it's more the thought that counts. That I mean, look, they love the presents, but we're trying to instill in them that they don't have to spend money on us or to as gifts.
yeah,
So, I mean, I'm just saying, I just want to make sure, like, we are trying to instill it, but it's hard. I mean, it's hard to, you talk about the gifts, you talk about all these things, and the spirit of where we're at right now, appreciating what you have. I think that's the hardest thing in today's world, that not only we do our best to be able to have appreciation for what we have, what we've achieved, what we continue to be able to move forward on, but being able to teach that to our kids is definitely a more difficult task, I would
yeah,
say. And I think now even more the holidays, because as you said, the marketing, the media, everything is all around gifts and what you have, what you could have, and what you should have, right?
yeah.
So,
Yeah, and we're caught in it too, like, we get caught in it. And also, I think, we do use the time as, for us seeing friends and gathering. What are some of the traditions that you grew up with that we do today?
opening presents, giving presents. Oh, wait, we just said we weren't going to talk about that.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I don't know if my family passed down as many traditions. I mean, the stockings, which are standard, I think we did it last year where like, my mom would always let me open up one gift the night before.
Mhm,
I think we'd done that maybe once or twice with the
mhm.
kids.
Yeah, well, the kids we
Um,
go to well, one thing is we go to your parents for Christmas Eve
which I used to
always.
always go to my grandmother's house
Yeah,
for Christmas and stuff like that, and
and your
wake
mom,
up.
oh, there's always games.
Oh, and wait, I know one thing. You make sure we have it every year, and you're looking for the right ones, for us for this year, which is wake up that morning and put on. I never did that with my parents. I'm
No, you
saying that
never did that. That became a thing, the PJs.
the
Why now
PJs,
it's the matching PJs. I decided against it.
no PJs.
No, because the kids don't care.
Well, Skylar, we were at Target, and I was like, which ones do you want? She goes, we're just gonna do bottoms, and we're gonna go low key and just wear white t-shirts.
Oh, so maybe she does want. I was
I don't know.
going. I was going no
I
key.
was trying to understand the lingo of what she was saying, but
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do any matching, but good to know. Gonna be going.
she's down for the fit of the season to be, low key. I'm trying to think of some other words they use, but I can't.
I know.
But yeah, just the PJ bottoms with some white tops.
Okay. Well, yeah. Again, now we're because all of a sudden we're supposed to wear matching PJs for Instagram pics, but
What about you, babe? What
well, yeah.
traditions? Because it's different, right? Like when you and I met, and I remember the first Hanukkah that I got to celebrate with you and the kids, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna go broke because there's 8 nights of presents. Plus, I got to give all the presents for Christmas, and you're like, dude, like we're not getting like big ass presents every single night of
Yeah, and when
Hanukkah,
you're
which some
little,
people might not know how Hanukkah plays out.
yeah, with Hanukkah, and you can see there's a menorah behind me, but there's 8 nights, and the menorah there's the middle candle is the shamash, and that's what you use to light the candles. And there's 8 nights of Hanukkah, because the story goes that the temple thousands of years ago was the Jews were attacked by, I guess it was the Greeks. I guess I should.
You get a much more detailed story. We just have a fat man that breaks into our homes and leaves presents.
But the norm there is one of these that's actually in the temple. Menorah is all the time lit in the temple, but it couldn't stay lit. And they had a little bit of oil when they were attacked, and that one bit of oil ended up lasting for 8 days. And that's part of that story. So of course Hanukkah does come from war, and unfortunately a lot of things in Jewish traditions, not all, but come from persecution. But the light, there's always the positive and the light of community and coming together.
Well, I mean,
And
now we have what, like 3 or 4 menorahs because every kid has to light their own. I
yeah,
mean, the kids
but
love to
it's
be able to do that every night.
yeah, and I think Hanukkah falls at different times in December. So this year
And
it's
lem-
like
and
December 14th to 22nd. Sometimes it's over Christmas, sometimes it's at the beginning of December. And so when you're honoring a different tradition than like 99% of the people, sometimes it does feel lonely or weird, right? Because you're just like, oh, well, it's Christmas Eve. We would go maybe if my dad
eat
or
Chinese food.
mom, well, sometimes would,
I
or on
was always
Christmas. I know
as
Seinfeld is a very
the goys, right? You know, I'm learning my language.
I don't know if you're
Rachel.
technically supposed to say that, but
Oh no, whoops.
well, goyim is non-Jew in Yiddish, which is pretty much a foreign dying language. But yes, like Seinfeld and some of these shows have made it, that Jews will go to Chinese restaurants because Chinese restaurants end up being open on Christmas Day
Because they don't
because
celebrate
because
Christmas.
many are Buddhists
Yeah.
and not celebrating as well, and that isn't wrong. It definitely isn't wrong. We might have been invited to some, if my mom or dad's friends, we would go. And then, yeah, a lot of times my mom would cook us a nice meal and we would go to a movie. Um, and that's what we did. Or if Hanukkah fell during exactly Christmas, then we would do a Hanukkah party.
Well, because it kind
I
of
was
moves around.
born
Because it moves around. Why does it move around?
because the Jewish calendar is we're in year what, 57.
Is it based on more on the moon
Well,
than the sun?
it's a different calendar, but it's also just the Bible, when the Old Testament, right? Anyways, so for Josh and I coming together, we're trying to bring both traditions, and for me, it's really important that Hanukkah is observed, and we love teaching people about it and bringing awareness. Even just people who like really forget that they're like there are people that I'm not bringing Ava to a bunch of Santas this year. Our neighbor that is doing something, so she'll do Santa pictures, but like I will never bring her to dozens of Santas. That doesn't feel very authentic to me.
Because in the Jewish religion, if the mom is Jewish, naturally
No, just by
by
birth.
birth,
Yeah, you're recognized,
you're recognized as Jewish. So
which makes a whole lot of sense since we're the
even
ones birthing them.
even though my first 2 kids are Christian, are non-Jewish, but my daughter is Jewish. So I remember one of my buddies was like, "I would have never guessed you'd have a Jewish kid." I'm like, yeah, me either. It's amazing how those things happen.
Yeah. But that's some of the things, and so this is a time we're gonna be with our families. Christmas Eve at your parents. Christmas Day, I think we're gonna host. We'll see
Well,
who's
we've
around.
even brought your family into it as well too. Where
Yeah, my parents, my brother, if
they
he's in town.
they get their socks too, right? Right.
Yes, yep, I got stockings
Stockings.
with their I always wonder, I always think that my parents probably feel still a little bit weird because we didn't grow up with that,
Yeah,
like, in that
they do it
we
really well though.
they handle it well, but, like, I'm conscious, like, our tree never has, like, red. We don't use red lights. We don't have red
You don't put red
ornaments.
lights on your Christmas tree though. You might put like
Red, I mean,
red
outside.
ornaments.
All of it. Like,
Oh,
you're not gonna see even this, like, Josh got, like, a blow up in the front, a blow up Christmas tree. I'm, like, still on the fence of it because
it's blue.
it's a green tree.
It's bluish green.
Oh my
Aqua.
god. but we also have a Merry Christmakah sign, so I'm very conscious of really honoring our tradition, and if you're listening today, if you are a blended family and honoring both, we would so love to see your pictures and hear
Yeah.
what traditions you have. And then maybe if you've never heard of Christmakah or aren't really that enlightened of Hanukkah, hoping that you can just give it a little bit of a thought, that there are other people celebrating or not celebrating even Christmas or
Or
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
There's Buddhists and Hindus and atheists and
Yeah.
all sorts of things, and we all kinda get swept up in it, but it is a beautiful time for reflection and
And I think that's the big thing,
gratitude
right? It's like
and family.
appreciation, family, gratitude.
What are you when you
When Rachel pauses, y'all, I'm always like, okay, here it comes. So I can only imagine what
Okay,
what we're gonna
this
be asked
year
now.
when you like, as you reflect on where we were last year during the holiday season and where we are now, like, what's your kind of reflection there of who where we've been?
Last year was rough,
Yeah,
especially right around now. We were at a pretty low point as a family, worried about my kids.
yeah.
I don't really like to think about that time. It was some things were going on. So I mean, like now, I mean, it's a blessing where we're at. I mean, where we've been to where we are. I mean, it's just it shows the power of perseverance, of love, of compassion, of believing in yourself and the kids and having the right people surround you. And I mean, so many people reached out, and when they found out what we were going through, and I mean, like, look, it wasn't like we just ran around like, hey, this is what's going on, but like the right people knew, and it's amazing even to today, people will check in on me,
Mhm.
knowing a year later what had went down, and where we're at, and so like I feel honestly, I'll tell you, I feel more blessed than I ever have in my life to where we are now.
Mm, mhm.
Yeah, I mean, you made a comment where we went and celebrated our 7-year anniversary about me being able to turn off my phone at night. Because I used to never do that in fear that if my one of my kids was going through something and I had forgot my charging cord and just turned my phone off the next morning, like, dude, what did you just do? And or you just I didn't even recognize the power that you saw, like being able to turn off the phone and not be contacted and to show where we're at.
Mm.
And so, like, those are the things, y'all. I mean, I think that we look at look at the world, we look at what's going on in the economy, what's, the wars that we're in. And sometimes you have to bring it down to the most finite aspect of your inner circle, your inner family, and where you are, where you're at, how you're progressing, what's happening in your world, and how can you directly impact that on a daily basis, and what has directly impacted that, good and bad,
Yeah.
because I think that's where we lose sight, because I never want to forget what we went through. I can't, but I want to make sure that I appreciate what we went through
Mm.
because it was for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, how about yourself? I mean, like with where we're at, where we're going into 2026, what are your goals, what are your aspirations, what are you appreciative for?
I am appreciative that you are in a state where we can see the struggles as teachings and moments of growth. Because when you're, well, both of us, but of course, when your husband is going through something so hard, and of course I was too, but in a different way.
Along with being a new parent.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the last year and last time during December, it was, we were to our knees, on our knees and begging God and the universe for answers and to help us find the way. And I think, oh, man, I we've really been resilient the last 2 years. this year too. And I'm really appreciative that, being here just to finally launch this podcast. We've been talking about doing this for about 3-4 years.
Yeah.
I was just
And
like,
here y'all are with us,
yeah.
allowing us to be able to share.
I think this is the 16th episode. As I was looking just at that, we've recorded at this point. We've not all have been released, but I was like, whoa, that's 4 months, like that's just like amazing. And Josh and I are definitely making, I feel like, a turn towards some really positive energy, and it's so welcomed. And that's what the Festival of Lights is about, too. Of just, through the hardest moments and just finding that little bit of oil. And one day, like, can we, that oil last one day? And, oh, it keeps going a little bit longer, holding that faith. And look, it's now lasting another day and holding on to that faith. I think that's
Well,
what's
at
really.
least you have that, because I'm sitting there going with Santa Claus. I'm like, okay, what does
But Christmas is not about Santa
he knows
Claus.
when you've been good?
Isn't it?
Overnight,
Isn't it?
so be
It's
good for
Jesus's
goodness
birth.
sake.
But it's
That's the
Jesus's birth.
that's the problem. Like it gets
Yeah.
lost.
Well, for people though that are.
No, I know, but I mean, for the most of the world, like it gets so lost in what it was actually meant to be, and what we are celebrating, what's going on. And I want to make sure, like, it's this world that we're in, where we're going, what we're trying to accomplish, we don't lose sight of what really matters behind the facade of presents and parties and decorations, because it's easy to be able to do that. And
Yeah.
that's just the what we've seen in our own life, y'all. And so, like, that's where we invite you, right, to be able to celebrate where you've been, where you're at, where you're going, to look forward to a 2026 that we can all be in together, that we can continue to be able to. I mean, you and I talk about this all the time. Like, the people that we love to work with are the ones that are truly trying to add value to this world, not just monetize it, right? And I think that's what we have to look forward to, right? Like, how can we add value to
Yeah.
this world?
And to honor traditions, honor each other's differences, be curious about what other people are interested in, what they're grateful for, how do
And
we
wear little hats.
where oh my god.
There you go, Rachel's. Now you're Christmakah, because you've got the Hanukkah and the Christmas on there.
Yes.
Looks much better on you, my love.
But it's so good on top of your mohawk. Anyways, Merry Christmakah from your family over here. We are so grateful and appreciative for every single person that's been a part of our journey. And we wish you
A Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. No, and even Prince is trying to get him.
and a
Happy New Year. I'm gonna shake him like a jingle bell.
All right, y'all.
Bye,
Have a
y'all.
great one.
If today's episode sparked something in you, you don't have to keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who's building something with heart. And hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next.
If you're ready to humanize your brand now and show up with soul, grab our free guide, 3 Hidden Signals, at standoutauthority.com/3, the number 3, hidden signals. We'll see you soon.